Oh, what a massive game we have coming to you live from under the sun. I'm Suraj. This is the UEFA Champions League semi-final. First leg at the Parc des Princes. And it's the reigning champions, Paris Saint-Germain, taking on the six-time champions, Bayern Munich, who are looking to try and upset the apple cart here. Phenomenal form heading into the semi-finals. Both teams going through tough oppositions and are one step away from the final in Budapest. Well, on the other side, we do have Atletico Madrid and Arsenal. Most people would have thought that this would have been a game worthy of a final, but we get to watch them twice. And it's two semi-final legs of the highest quality. Look at the scenes at the Parc des Princes, man. That is sensational. They surely know how to welcome their players, and it is going to be a hostile environment for Bayern Munich, that's for sure. This is beautiful. Chef's kiss from France's finest. How to welcome their players, and it is going to be a... Well, in terms of team news, I don't think there are going to be too many shocks, but Vincent Kompany is not waiting any more time. He's going to draft Jamal Musiala into the number 10 position, which means that Serge Gnabry will miss out. Well, no Bradley Barcola, he holds bench, but that front three of Paris Saint-Germain now looking a lot more balanced with Kviza Kvaratskhelia, Ousmane Dembele and Desiree Doué down the right-hand side. Well, for PSG, they've got Harry Kane, Luis Diaz, Musiala and Michael Olise. The front four of Bayern, the front three of Paris Saint-Germain. Whoa, goals guaranteed. Both defenses will be tested. For Bayern Munich, Alphonso Davies kept in as the left back. He knows that the pace of Desiree Doué might be too much for the likes of Konrad Laimer, which means that Vincent Kompany has gone for his strongest starting 11 available here. Pavlovic and Kimmich in the midfield area. Tyan Upamecano in the heart of the defense. Stanisic and Davies as the fullbacks. Manuel Neuer with the captain's armband for Bayern Munich. It is a strong lineup for the away side. For Paris Saint-Germain, Marquinhos, Safonov, Nuno Mendes, William Pacho, Vitinha, João Neves, Zaire Emery, Desiree Doué, Kviza Kvaratskhelia, Ousmane Dembele and Achraf Hakimi. Wow. Stars all over the pitch. Goals guaranteed. This is going to be a cracker. I cannot wait for the start here. Both teams, well, 4-3-3 for PSG's point of view and Bayern Munich with the 4-2-3-1. Two of the best sides, haven't they? I mean, the group stage is a bit contrasting. Bayern Munich were nearly perfect. They came second, while PSG had to go through the playoffs where they dispatched Monaco. PSG with that all-English affair in the knockouts, beating Chelsea 8-2 on aggregate and 4-0 dispatching of Liverpool with relative ease at the end. Paris Saint-Germain, of course, have got a deeper bench here compared to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich stretched thin with no Lennart Karl, which means that Nico Jackson is the only available attacker. I think Serge Gnabry is still on the bench. But for PSG's point of view, strong starting 11. And the bench is pretty good as well. Barcola, Mayulu, Hernandez, Kang-in Lee, Gonzalo Ramos, Fabian Ruiz is back as well. That's a huge boost for them. But Warren Zaire-Emery has slotted in beautifully in midfield. But that's another change that Luis Enrique will certainly look to make in the second half to bring on the experienced Spaniard. The away side, they're not shying away. They're going full pelt, full attack. All eyes will be on that man over there, Michael Olise. He has electrified throughout this campaign, both domestically and in the Champions League. That curling effort into the corner to ice the game against Real Madrid pretty much sums up Michael Olise, who in the first leg at the Bernabeu was just a class apart. Well, Bayern Munich started off in the worst possible manner in the return leg against Real Madrid, this time knowing that a more well-balanced PSG side will cause them a lot more trouble. Which team is going to be the team that will have to suffer without the ball? I think it might be Bayern Munich here, because PSG's midfield three can cause all sorts of problems. Harry Kane will be dropping in deep to add an extra body there. It'll certainly be an interesting dynamic. It's a Swiss referee with all assistance from the end of Spain here as Marquinhos and Manuel Neuer, the two skippers. Yep, Bayern Munich side, no real surprises. Konrad Laimer misses out, but they have got a more natural left back in Alphonso Davies. Tyan Upamecano have been Bayern Munich's rock solid foundation at the back. Of course, Stanisic will keep his place. That front three of Luis Diaz, Jamal Musiala and Michael Olise. Wow, that's everything that you need in terms of creativity, driving force, and enough for Harry Kane in terms of service. This promises to be a monumental clash. It is going to be 90 minutes of high-octane action. I cannot wait for it. Let's freaking go. Well, we've given it the build-up. Big build-up given, and now it's all about the performances on the pitch. But these two sides will know that get the better of the opposition here, and it's 1 foot in the final and possibly heading into that final as favourites. It's all about getting it done on the pitch here. And we're off and running at the Parc des Princes. Paris Saint-Germain, as soon as they have the ball, they'll immediately hit it into the opposition touchline and try and press from there. The tactic remains the same. The Bayern fullbacks, they'll have to be on their guard here. PSG's trickery, pace and the ability to transition quickly. That's such a clever pass there by João Neves, but Alphonso Davies can go quickly across the turf. But Bayern Munich are very, very brave. On the ball, they'll be pushing up, making sure that PSG don't have a free run at them. That kind of bravery will be tested. Michael Olise, of course, French national, be expected to start for France in the World Cup as his stocks keeps on growing. That left-hand side for Paris Saint-Germain looking a lot more solid, isn't it? With William Pacho and Nuno Mendes. Certainly going to be hands full for them. And Michael Olise as well. Ever going to be two defenders 1v1 that he's going to have a bit of trouble, so it's going to have to be at his creative best. Lucas Chevalier was purchased from Lyon, but 30 million euros. Started the game in the Super Cup against Spurs. He never looked convincing, and since then he has very much lost his place to the Russian Savinov, so that's a clever throw-in here. Musiala is very much on side with the throw-in. Here's Jamal Musiala, finds Stanisic. First time ball into the box. It's well defended by João Neves of all people. William Pacho gets that away. Decent start this from Bayern Munich. As I said before, nothing to fear. They know that they can definitely match PSG in terms of quality. Kane and Dembele, two different types of strikers. Both do like to drop deep though. Jonathan Tah is very brave and finds Luis Diaz. Diaz opened the scoring at the Bernabeu in the first half. A lot of eyebrows were raised from Bayern Munich's point of view when they dished out nearly 80 million euros for Liverpool's Luis Diaz. But Bayern will say that it's money well spent. They've pretty much transformed his left wing alongside someone like Alphonso Davies, who is a runner and carrier of the ball himself. Certainly a different dimension here. Olise immediately shut down there. Good play there by Zaire Emery. There are going to be so many foot races here, man. The athletes on show. Hakimi versus Alphonso Davies is going to be a hectic battle. Two speedsters, two high IQ elite fullbacks up against each other throughout the 90 minutes. Zaire Emery needs to... He certainly played a couple of levels higher against Liverpool. I thought he was absolutely fantastic, especially in the first leg. Here's William Pacho. Finds the skipper Marquinhos. Marquinhos still evergreen for Paris Saint-Germain, isn't it? It's Desiree Doué. I think Desiree Doué just adds that extra dimension down the right-hand side, doesn't he? In terms of his ball-carrying abilities, his ability to strike with his weaker left foot as well. Bradley Barcola, for all his excellent talents, is not as clinical in front of goal as Doué is. Paris Saint-Germain worked this nicely. Here's Zaire Emery on the left-hand side. And just push Bayern Munich backwards. Very even start from both teams so far. Expected nothing less. Here's  drills a beautiful cross-field pass there for Hakimi. Here's Ousmane Dembele, tries to wriggle and dance away. Davies shows great composure. Oh, beautiful line-breaking play this from Alphonso Davies. Marquinhos is wise. It's not a, how do you say, forceful foul. Just holding Luis Diaz. Ousmane Dembele in the box. Immediately shut down by Luis Diaz and Alexander Pavlovich. And Paris Saint-Germain's left side has got so much pace. I mean, Nuno Mendes, William Pacho. If you add someone like Joao Neves and Kvaratskhelia, that is an excellent left-hand side for Paris Saint-Germain. Upamecano. Ken Davies in midfield areas. Started off this game very well here, the Canadian. Here's Michael Olise for the first time trying to expose Nuno Mendes. Goes on the outside brilliantly. Drills the ball into the box. Well kept there by Safanov. 5 minutes on the clock. Bayern Munich continued to showcase their attacking threat. Olise knows that he can take any fullback in the world, inside or outside. He is a special player. Kvaratskhelia does well as the ball breaks for Zaire Emery. Dembele can run, but so can Jonathan Tah. Game's got a great tempo about it. Really nice tempo, good feel. Here's Pavlovich. A little bit of pressure. Bayern Munich playing out the back, and that's a clever attempted punch pass there by Jonathan Tah. And Bayern Munich will continue to play a high line, even though they're away from home. Tah and Upamecano tasked with using that aggressiveness. But both sets of players will know, don't they, that can't make a mistake early on. Yes, no away goals. That jeopardy is not there anymore, but it's a straight shootout in 2 games. Bayern Munich do have the advantage of playing the second leg at the Allianz Arena in Munich, but Paris Saint-Germain, they have ruthless spells. Here's Kvaratskhelia. In terms of balance, I mean, it's very little to separate the two teams. Wouldn't be surprised if the first leg was a draw. Both teams looking to assess each other, not looking to land the knockout punches early on. Here's Vitinha. Marquinhos, Pacho, Nuno Mendes. For a heavy touch, forced to get rid of it, and Desiree Doué does nicely there. Again, so calm under pressure. Vitinha just makes things tick so beautifully. What a clever footballer he is. Here's Kvaratskhelia on the left-hand side. Great 1v1 abilities from the Georgian. Tries to keep it short. There, Vitinha's again there, just making sure that he joins the attack. Desiree Doué leaves Olise to the dust there. Ball flashed across the face. Well defended by Alexander Pavlovich. Harry Kane dropping deep to help out defensively and finds Michael Olise. Game's a bit stretched here for the first time. Again, the players, such high level of technical ability on show here. Close quarters, quick turns, drop of the shoulder. Everything on display here. High level of football in the early stages. Pavlovich switches, beautiful. It's a bit tricky there for Olise. Might have just skipped off the turf, but Pavlovich again just growing game by game. His influence certainly increasing now. First choice in that pivot alongside Joshua Kimmich. Vincent Kompany is suspended for this game, which means Aaron Danks, the assistant, is on the sidelines. Luis Enrique, very much holding PSG's bench. Again, Bayern Munich so aggressive. I mean, it helps, doesn't it, when you've got Alphonso Davies and Dayot Upamecano, 2 players who are so quick. I mean, Tah is no slouch, neither is Joseph Stanisic, but it just allows you to just push your defensive line further up the pitch. Vincent Kompany's got a great vantage point here. You can see from way up there what kind of shapes are emerging on the pitch, where the weakness is. I mean, PSG's midfielders, man. Bayern Munich will know that they'll have to be responsible with the ball, because that midfield three of PSG just pop it around you all evening long. Again, Ulisse is having to find creative places to try and pick the ball up. It's not going to be easy for him, even when he's going to find himself on the right-hand side. He's got Nuno Mendes and Pacho. Now he's got Zaire Emery as well for company. Ulisse is brave. And Musiala needs to step up. I think against Real Madrid, he showcased flashes. In a big game against Paris Saint-Germain is where he'll be expected to make his mark. Neuer, that's a brilliant pass, brought down expertly. Musiala, now Kane. Kane has barely gotten started so far. I mean, Kane does play a more reserved role nowadays, doesn't he? Just surveys the sidelines, plays the game at a walking pace. Almost acts like a auxiliary number 10. When Kane's got runners, that's why Luis Diaz in the team is such a key element for Bayern Munich, because he's such a willing runner, allows Kane to drop deep, and then he can play those balls into the Colombian's path. But then Kane, when he needs to be there, he's there. In and around the box, doesn't need too many chances to bury. Very, very clinical. Set piece for Bayern. Joshua Kimmich will pretty much dead center here, but about 35 yards from goal. Michael Olise is by himself there on the right-hand side. Hands on hip, not expecting the pass to fall to him. Can catch people by surprise though. That's exactly what they do there. So much space there for Olise. Kimmich finds him. Olise dribbles. Goes on the inside. Trickery. It's brilliant from Olise, but it's even better there from Desiree Doué. Excellent there from the young Frenchman. I mean, there's so much world-class talent from France on display here, man. Dembele, Olise, Upamecano, Desiree Doué. Fantastic. Here's Nuno Mendes. Again, a lot of Portuguese influence as well. Mendes, Vitinha, João Neves. Ooh, that's a risky pass. Dembele pinches on it. And it's Ousmane Dembele. Tries to do too much by himself. Upamecano's quick and nimble-footed. And now Bayern Munich on the counter-attack. They can make PSG pay. Luis Diaz, he tries to win the free kick. I think he might have succeeded. It's a yellow card for Marquinhos. Clever play there by Luis Diaz. He knows that he's got nowhere to go. Drives on the inside. Expects contact. And contact duly arrives from Marquinhos. Good carry there from Luis Diaz. Oh, that's cynical there from the Brazilian. He can have no complaints. That is a yellow card. I mean, he stands his ground, but he's got no intentions to play the ball. Pavlovic has had a couple of excellent interceptions in midfield already. That was one with Ousmane Dembele in the box. Another free kick here for Bayern. Kimmich had the previous one where he just found Olise absolutely free on the right-hand side. It's going to be a different technique or different strategy here from the German. Kane yet to get going, but he knows, just give me a chance in the box. He will make you pay. Joshua Kimmich just eyeing up his options. Could go for goal 2 here. Just floats that into the box. It's clever as Vitinha covers a lot of ground. Corner for Bayern. It's anything that Vitinha doesn't do on the football pitch. I mean, even his defensive duties, he's 5 foot, 5'6", maybe even more, but he's there helping out defensively, tracking the run of Harry Kane. It's the reason why he finished 5th in the Ballon d'Or rankings last season. Corner comes in. It's got whip on it. Oh, Savinov does just about enough. João Neves should clear. This clearance might turn into an interesting ball here for Ousmane Dembele. Well, Alphonso Davies is quick and he uses that quickness. Bayern play out with a lot of calmness. Oh, it's beautiful football. Olise, that is a special pass. It's on the right-hand side for Stanisic. Pavlovic is gotten into the box first. Kane ambles and gets there. Oh, what a pass that was from Michael Olise. Again, it's Alexander Pavlovic who's making that run into the box first. Harry Kane slowly but surely follows him. Again, it's Olise who can just unlock the defense. One pass outside of the boot, inside of the boot. Very proficient. Oh, what a touch that is from Pacho. Whew. Centre half having a perfect first touch to bring that down. Here's Hakimi. Desiree Doué can run at Davis now. Oh, clever. Oh, even better there from Dembele with the leave. It's clever for Kvaratskhelia. Oh, he goes across the face of goal. He has to find this. Has to shoot, man. And now Luis Diaz can lead a one-man Bayern Munich countercharge. What a carry. This is from the Colombian. Game is stretched. Magnificent football. Here's Kane. Cavalry arrives. Kimmich now. Oh, clever. Even better for Louis. Oh, might be a pen. Ref, it is a pen. You could see it immediately. Luis Diaz finds himself in A1 position. Paris Saint-Germain had a chance. At the other end, they get snuffed out in the very next attack. Bayern Munich counter with pace. Kimmich, what a clever pass. Olise's first touch is special. That is a stonewall pen from William Pacho. He goes lunging in. It's reckless. It's a clear penalty all day long. And Bayern Munich from 12 yards out have an opportunity, courtesy of Harry Kane, to open the scoring in the semi-finals. Wow, massive moment in this match. Paris Saint-Germain will certainly be woken up now. Bayern Munich have played with a lot of care in the final third. And that kind of cleverness has certainly given them the upper hand. And a goal now would be absolutely massive. It will settle Bayern down. PSG will be on edge. Well, Harry Kane scored clutch goals both home and away against Real Madrid. Now has an opportunity from 12 yards out to give Bayern Munich a crucial goal away from home. All eyes on Harry Kane, who does not miss many pens. He's up against the Russian Savinov. This could be the Russians' biggest save if he does manage to keep out England's top marksman out. It's Kane against Savinov from 12 yards out. It's Harry Kane, he slots it home. Bayern Munich put the massive imprint in the first leg of the semi-finals. Oh, they've come out to play and they have the opener. Paris Saint-Germain stung. Harry Kane from the spot, nerveless. Bayern Munich lead. That is a brilliant penalty. Well, Bayern Munich have certainly come out to play here. And they've gotten their reward. The bravery rewarded, and it is 13 goals for Harry Kane in this season's Champions League. A little stutter, finds the bottom corner. Bayern lead. It was never in doubt, was it? He just looks very cool in front of it, and he just has that extra bit of calmness. The stutter step, making sure that PSG now will have to come from behind. William Pacho, generally a faultless defender when it comes to moments like this. Rush of blood to his head, trying to make the challenge on Luis Diaz. Now it's Bayern Munich with the away lead. The away goal does not have the weight it once carried, but the psychological advantage still remains. Nothing really changes from PSG's point of view, but they'll know that they can't really overcommit. Bayern Munich will hurt them on the transition. Here's Vitinha. Certainly have the tools and plenty of time. No real moment to panic from PSG's point of view. Vitinha scoops a pass. Alphonso Davies' inclusion, I mean, it's a no-brainer really. Such a huge difference, doesn't it? Changes their dynamics, both defensively and going forward. Fonzie is truly unique profile of a left back. Here's Desiree Doué, moved off the ball quite easily. Here's Harry Kane now, slips it through. It's Michael Olise. It's a brilliant save by Savinov. It could have been 2-0 to Bayern Munich. It should have been 2-0. Wow, PSG get away with that one. Cut open again. Michael Olise on the scene. Harry Kane picks up a beautiful through pass. Again, Desiree Doué caught dawdling on the ball. Olise, oh, it's a big save by Savinov. Bayern Munich, wow, their bravery well and truly being rewarded here. They've got PSG rattled. Absolutely rattled. Here's William Pacho. Oh, PSG have just lost a bit of their composure now. Bayern Munich are queuing up. Kane is cooking here. Here's Stanisic. Kane in that deep defensive, deep role. Very difficult for PSG to try and pick them out. They're playing some magnificent football here. Bayern Munich. It is sensational stuff. It's Luis Diaz. Oh, the drag back was perfect. Kane has to get there. Oh, Bayern Munich playing some unbelievable stuff. But it's Paris Saint-Germain on the counter-attack. Desiree Doué has got a lot of ball carrying to do. Decides to check his run. Here's Vitinha. Oh, PSG are just caught lacking on the ball. Bayern will hurt you. They've got the transition. They've got the power. They should have been 2-0 up. Oof. PSG getting a real warning shot fired at them. After Harry Kane from the spot made no mistake. Oh, risky pass there from Upamecano, but look who's there. Harry Kane protecting the ball, and William Pacho has to be careful. Don't think he picked up a yellow card for that challenge on Luis Diaz in the box, but needs to be very, very careful. Not going to get too many of those. That is a brilliant pass by Kane, wasn't it? Olise does everything right. You think that he's going to go just curl that into the corner. He doesn't get any sort of bend on it. Surprising that Olise just doesn't whip it. The ball's almost behind him. Well, PSG know that they've gotten away with that one. Could have very easily been 2-0. I said this before, I said it again. Bayern have come to play and they're getting the rewards. If you looked at the 180 minutes against Real Madrid, they were the better side. Pure footballing way, Real Madrid lived on moments and dangerous counterattacks, but Bayern Munich in terms of control, the way that they just play as a team, man. Really good outfit made by Vincent Kompany. Oh, Olise is brilliant. He's left Nuno Mendes. William Pacho with a critical interception. PSG on the ropes here. They're getting no control of the ball. Bayern Munich, wow, what a performance this is. Oh, brilliant pass here. Ousmane Dembele is through on goal. It's Ousmane Dembele. Oh my word, that is a shocking miss. Ousmane Dembele bearing down on goal, simply has to score, and he misses. It's a terrible miss from Dembele. Oh my word. And it's so wide as well. It's such a massive moment in the game. Olise and Dembele have missed two glorious opportunities. This scoreline should not be 1-0. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Well, PSG got a touch of fortune in that build-up, but just showcases how quick they are in terms of manipulating the ball. Dembele's got the pace. Even Neuer, who likes to play sweeper-keeper, he knows there's no chance of getting there ahead of Dembele. Dembele, once he's through on goal, right foot, left foot, it does not matter. He has to find the corner. Very poor finish. There's Desiree Doué. Very good pass there for Kvaratskhelia. He's got space to work with. Here's Kvita. Kvaratskhelia! Oh, it's sensational! The Georgian does it. PSG needed a moment of brilliance and they've gotten it. Their number 7 delivers when PSG needed it the most. 1-1 in Paris. Kvita Kvaratskhelia is having a sensational knockout stage here. Scored against Chelsea, Liverpool and now Bayern Munich. His pace is so devastating, but he is brilliant in terms of composure, man. A couple of step overs, drops the shoulder and bends it into the far corner. And just minutes, literally a minute after Ousmane Dembele missed a howler, Kvita Kvaratskhelia shows you how it's done. 1-1. Well, there you have it. Absolutely nothing to separate the two teams now. And two teams who've both missed sitters. And now that Michael Olise missed when the game was 1-0, has completely flipped now. 25 minutes on the clock. We knew that it's going to be a classic. It has been a classic. With 25 minutes on the clock, and this could have very easily been 2-2. Know about the attacks of both teams. Very much on display. Well, Harry Kane immediately swarmed by the PSG players. Safonov is confident, decides to go long. Kvaratskhelia wins the header. Has every right to ask where the midfield was there from PSG's point of view. That PSG goal certainly would have woken Bayern Munich up now. They were finding it very comfortable for a good period of time. But that Dembele miss should have been a warning shot fired well in advance. A minute later, oh, brilliant pass there by Harry Kane now. It's Luis Diaz. He's up against Marquinhos. Marquinhos is on a yellow card. It's Luis Diaz. Skips away from another challenge. Delays his pass and it's comfortably intercepted. Olise keeps it alive. Stanisic with an uncharacteristically heavy touch. PSG play through the press beautifully. Here's Zaire-Emery. Vitinha. Oh, sensational. Out of a phone booth there to find the pass. Sweeps it onto the right-hand side. Here's Desiree Doué. He's got the overlap of Hakimi. It's Desiree Doué with the strike. Well blocked by Alphonso Davies. And now Bayern Munich in counter. Oh, what a game of football this has been, man. Here's Luis Diaz now. He's got enough support. PSG quite open in the central areas. Diaz drives. And now Olise on the right-hand side. Bayern looking for the second. Stanisic. Diop Makano, Jonathan Tah. Alphonso Davies. Jamal Musiala has been on the fringes of this game. Know his qualities and he's been just muscled off the ball. Still on the deck though. Vitinha has so much time, man. He's just knows that he can't be dispossessed. That's the confidence he plays with. Here's Nuno Mendes. Gets the better of Michael Olise. Uses a bit of his strength. Here's Zaire-Emery. Caresses the ball to Desiree Doué now. PSG cooking on the right-hand side. Here's Ashraf Hakimi. Cross comes in. It's fired in, but Neuer comfortably gathers. PSG do have the threat. The interchanging of the positions, man. I mean, Desiree Doué finding himself across the front three. This time it's Hakimi holding the width. Dembele and Doué almost tasked with crashing the box. Both teams have plenty of attacking threat and it's very much on display. It's been such a great semi-final, man. The technical ability of these players on display. Oof, very high level. Look at their fullbacks and just shows you the level that these guys are playing at. Nuno Mendes, Ashraf Hakimi, Alphonso Davies and Joseph Stanisic. Top players. Olise had Nuno Mendes on toast in the opening 15 minutes or so. Olise's chance, man, when the scoreline was at 1-0, that is a huge miss. Upamecano put under pressure but still manages to find Jonathan Tah. Manuel Neuer drills the pass forward. Safety first approach from the skipper. Safanov gathers. Well, Paris Saint-Germain's bench does have a lot of quality. I mean, Fabian Ruiz is someone I'm sure Luis Enrique will be hoping to get on the pitch at some point. I mean, no knock at Zaire Emery, who's been excellent really, but just a different dimension, just a different way, different class of a midfielder. Doué on the left-hand side now, finding Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskelia's ball protection is excellent against Dayo Upamecano. Still has the ball here. Excellent play, isn't he? Just dynamic. Here's Ousmane Dembele. Hakimi. Back to Dembele. He's got a bit of space. Dembele crashes it against Jamal Musiala, who gets it in the gut. They have every right to continue here. It's no head injury. Here's Nuno Mendes. Mendes goes for a strike, almost as a way of giving the ball back. It's not a head injury. It's hit him right in the gut. Yep. No real need to stop that. It's drilled against Alexander Pavlovich. It's the one that really knocks the wind out of you. Just over 30 minutes on the clock. 1-1. Both teams could have easily had another goal. Dembele and Olise missing two glorious opportunities for their teams. Different scenarios during the game. A bit of a mix-up at the back, but Bayern have enough to clean up on that occasion. Long ball forward here. Bayern happy to play over the PSG press. Luis Diaz, he'll be full of running. He's just getting started. Here's Olise now. Never know what he's going to be doing here, and he gets away from Nuno Mendes with ease. It's sensational from Olise. He keeps on going, and it's a chance, and it's possibly 2-1, but it's brilliant from Safanov. Oh, Michael Olise gives PSG the runaround. He drops the shoulder, gets away from Nuno Mendes. What Michael Olise is doing on the pitch is just sensational. They're so lucky it's not 2-1, but it's Desiree Doué with dancing feet, and he drags his shot wide. Oh my word. The Frenchmen are setting the stage on fire. Olise and now Desiree Doué, who gives Neuer the eyes to go near post. It's almost like that trademark Kylian Mbappe strike, isn't it? Expect him to go far post, but he just drags it near post. This game has delivered. What a semi-final this has been. Dembele with the corner. Fired in! It's 2-1! It's Joao Neves! And the home side wrestle the advantage. It has been an electric half an hour here at the Parc des Princes. And the holders get the lead. Joao Neves darts in forward. Bullet header. PSG absorbing all the pressure and have hit back. A semi-final that has delivered. Just a terrific game of football, man. Dembele's ball. I mean, Neves isn't the biggest player, but he just darts it. He's got a free header. There's enough pace on the ball. Oh, it is a magnificent header, man. He generates enough power. Turns the neck, finds the corner. Neuer at full stretch. PSG have turned it around. Kvaratskhelia and Joao Neves. Quickly done. And now Michael Olise, he'll be thinking he's had two glorious opportunities. Haven't taken them. PSG, on the other hand, have been clinical. Are we looking at the winners of the Champions League? Either team here wins it. it feels that they're going to have the upper hand against either Arsenal or Atletico Madrid. There's just so much quality on display. Elise, Kane, back to Elise. Oh, it's again sumptuous football. Desiree Doué with the back flick here. It's Vitinha, and now Dembele is through again. He's got the pace. He's up against Upamecano. It's Dembele. Upamecano, excellent 1v1 defending. France versus France on that chance. Brilliant from Upamecano. He gets beaten first, but it's almost like he knows where Dembele is going, and he gets there first. Brilliant. Oh, it's just been a tremendous game of football. Jonathan Tah struggling, and the pace, the intensity of the game is going to take a toll on players. Vincent Kompany has gotten a good bird's eye view as to what's happening on the pitch here. He knows his team had to be clinical on that option. Again, we're going to keep going back to that Elise miss. It is game-changing. Again, Dembele just rolls Jonathan Tah. And then, Dembele of old probably just runs past Upamecano. Upamecano is no slouch. He's got tremendous recovery pace himself. Couldn't just run past Upamecano. Just shows you that Dembele almost respects him. He knows. They've gone against each other 1v1 in national camps plenty of times. They know what they're capable of, which side Dembele likes to shimmy and move, but that's two opportunities for Dembele now. Bayern have to be careful themselves, despite playing some good football. Did concede 3 against Real Madrid at home as well, so they're not the most iron-tight defensively. Both teams do prioritize scoring goals. PSG, but against Liverpool, gave them very little. That first half display, the first leg was just sensational. Oh, Kane wins the header. It's 4v4. Musiala to Luis Diaz. On the left-hand side, he gives him the shoulder. It's Jamal Musiala. The pass is poor. Oh, what an opportunity. Bayern are being wasteful here. Musiala tries to be delicate. Here's Alphonso Davies. Thought about the shot. Pavlovic keeps it short though. Davies drags it forward. Marquinhos is strong. And now PSG on the counter-attack. Dembele with a clever touch around the corner. Hakimi back to Dembele. PSG with another sweeping move forward. He's through on goal. It's 3 balls just wide. Desiree Doué. My goodness me, the football on display. We are being blessed. Desiree Doué drags his shot wide. The fact that the scoreline is 2-1 does not do this game justice. This is just sensational football. Wow. Absolutely brilliant, Manny. This is unbelievable. This is a semi-final. If you have a chance, watch it again from minute 1. It has just been two special teams. The fact that it's 2-1 is criminal, man. The chances they've created, this could have easily been 4-3. It wouldn't have been a surprise. Special game of football. Worthy of a final, but we get to watch them again. As Stanisic puts the ball across the face for Musiala. Mendes with a push and run past Olise. And now can drive forward. Nuno Mendes. Beautifully weighted pass there for Desiree Doué. Well, Bayern Munich took the lead courtesy of Harry Kane, and then so much has happened since then. Michael Olise at 1-0 had the chance to bury it and give Bayern Munich the opportunity. Instead, they left the door open. PSG have just stormed through it. Here's Marquinhos. It's just some stages. I just want to put everything down and just watch this game, man. Here's Kvaratskhelia. Special turn from him, and now he can run. Here's the Georgian, full of confidence after scoring. Stanisic, excellent. Very good defending from him. Did not give up. Elise, smashing pass there. Stanisic continues his run. He's got a bit of support. Can't go by himself. It's Mario Stanisic. Stanisic just gets a nosebleed, doesn't he? The recovery challenge, though, I think that's Vitinha. He covers so much ground. The intensity, the pace of this game is just relentless. Oh. We're being blessed with some superb football, man. What a game. The wing play is just... Manny, I mean, just look at their wingers and look at Chelsea's wingers. Oof. The gulf in class. Scary. That's the level. Here's Musiala with the carry. As I say, if Chelsea don't play Champions League football, it's not the end of the world, because these are the levels to try and aspire towards. Unless our recruitment matches PSG or Bayern Munich's, forget about it. Here's Upamecano. Goes for the big switch. Finds Luis Diaz. Now looking to drive forward on the left-hand side. Drops the shoulder again. Luis Diaz is tricky. Achraf Hakimi stays goal side. Crucial 5 minutes. Massive 5 minutes coming up here. Manny, I haven't read your comment, but I'll get back to it. Here's Kimmich. Finds Upamecano. Stanisic now. He's growing into the game. He's got the overlap of Michael Olise. Olise has been special in the first half. Drives forward. Might get the ball back. Oh, Musiala with Diaz. Stanisic. Diaz again. Tries to do too much and it's just hacked clear. Bayern keeping the pressure on, though. They'll be desperate for the equalizer before half-time. Clever pass between the lines here. It's Michael Olise! Oh! He has lashed it home. Bayern have the equalizer. It is that man again, Michael Olise, one of the players of this season's Champions League, who give Bayern Munich the equalizer. That is special. Michael Olise dances and then smashes it. It's 2-2. And we are witnessing one of the games of the season. Lovely pass between the lines, but Olise has got so much to do. He just smashes it. Safonov cannot pick the trajectory. It's too much pace. It's 2-2. Wow. We are getting... I want to say we predicted this in terms of the quality, but to see it on display has just been magnificent. I mean, both head coaches, Luis Enrique and Vincent Kompany, we have so much to applaud about with their teams, but so much concern as well. There's so much jeopardy. It's 2-2, and we're barely started in terms of the two legs, man. Just 40 minutes on the clock. So much can change. The speed and intelligence on display, man. Poof. You're truly blessed, man, to watch football like this. If anybody tells you football's dead, you're just watching the wrong team. This is just high quality ball, man. It's exactly what you want to see. Big Champions League nights. Entertain. Play some excellent football. I mean, in terms of both managers trying to make changes, it's going to be such a head scratcher, because how do PSG try and shut down Michael Olise? That's going to be their biggest cause of concern. Luis Diaz down the other side is no mug either, but you almost leave Achraf Hakimi 1v1 there. And he said, just almost deal with him. But Michael Olise is a problem. He is a massive problem on the pitch. Musiala with such a clever touch. The referee gets and ruins a promising attack. It was clever between the lines as well by Jamal Musiala for Michael Olise. That's a proper number 10 as well, Musiala. He's a pass-first number 10. Someone like Olise would love to play against him. Oh, it's brilliant from Olise again. Nuno Mendes is strong. Manny, I know, man. This game is at such a high level. Expect the Arsenal Atletico game to not deliver in terms of the spectacle. But I expect Atletico Madrid they'll have a surprise for Arsenal. I know Cholo Simeone, after all these years, waiting nearly 10 years to get back into a Champions League final, he's not going to let Arsenal have it all their way. No chance. Julian Alvarez, Antoine Griezmann, what do you have in store for us? A minute remaining. The first half has been brilliant, man. I think both sets of players need that rightful break and then come out again in the second half and go again. More of this in the second half. Oof, it's going to be special. The fact that it's 2-2 and the scoreline could have been 4-4, 5-4, you wouldn't really put it past either team. There have been some glaring opportunities missed as well. Some special goals. Kvaratskhelia and Michael Olise showcasing their excellent 1v1 abilities. Harry Kane from the spot and João Neves from the corner. So we're seeing different types of goals as well. Dembele and Olise, two huge misses. This game has gotten everything. It is delivered on all fronts. Second half is going to be even better. Oof, can't wait. Here's Dembele. PSG are not waiting though. Good turn this. Look at Dembele's pace. Just explodes away from the challenge. João Neves keeps pace. PSG with one final attack possibly in the first half. Here's Vitinha. Zaire, that's a clever pass to Hakimi. Ball across the face of goal. Jonathan Tah defends. It's a corner for Paris Saint-Germain. Turning up the intensity just before half time. Jonathan Tah does well. Upamecano made sure that he was keeping a close eye on Ousmane Dembele. Well, PSG have already scored from one corner. From one of their shortest players as well, João Neves. It's not more than 6 foot tall, that's for sure. Unmarked run, but the ball from Dembele had the trajectory on it. This is going to be take 2 as Dembele puts it again. Desiree Doué gets his header on it. Mendes keeps the ball alive. Here's Nuno Mendes. Looks to just cross it into the box. Kvaratskhelia keeps it alive. Here's Dembele again. He's got plenty of targets. It's a weak cross. They want a pen. They're going to still ask for it. It's Kvaratskhelia. It's on target. I think VAR would have quickly had a check. PSG are convinced. Oh, they've been opened up here. Savinov quickly off his line and fires that at William Pacho. I think the referee might just blow the first half whistle, but they're going to have a look at this penalty incident. Dembele's ball into the box. Well, Davies, he's got both arms behind him, then gets his arm out. It's close to his body. That cannot be a pen, man. You can see the motion. I mean, you don't want to see defenders defend with both arms behind their back. His intentions are good, but the arm comes out and it does make contact. Oof, this is a massive moment just before half-time. Already seen one pen. That was from William Pacho's challenge on Luis Diaz, which was a stonewall penalty. This is given. I wouldn't be surprised. Alphonso Davies will have his heart in his mouth. Are we going to see 5 first half goals here? He's going to have a look at the monitor, and that suggests that the referee might point to the spot. This is a massive turning point. Just before half time as well. It's close to his body. That's his only saving grace. It's not flailing outwards. It's behind him. He wants to... I mean, this is a subjective call. In a game like this, to give that a pen would be really, really cruel. I think he's going to give a penalty, though. He is. Bayern Munich have gotten done here. That is a tough decision to take. And after Bayern Munich took the early lead, they are a pen away from being an incredible 3-2 here. Dembele gives Davies the eyes. This is a first half that nobody could have predicted. Ousmane Dembele has had 2 glorious opportunities in front of goal. He has not been at his most sharp shooting of bests. Now, does he give this to Kviza Kvaratskhelia, who's got the hot hand, scored that excellent goal against Manuel Neuer? When you have someone like Manuel Neuer, you need someone to take a pen with conviction. And that man is Kvaratskhelia, but Ousmane Dembele might just pull rank here. We're well into borrowed time in the first half. If there's ever a time for Manuel Neuer to roll back the years, this would be it. It's going to be Ousmane Dembele. I mean, he's generally in charge of pens. It is going to be Ousmane Dembele from 12 yards out to give Paris Saint-Germain a half-time lead in what has been an incredible semi-final. It's Ousmane Dembele, bottom corner, banger, and PSG lead again, 3-2 just before half-time. All the pressure on his shoulders, and he shoulders it and slots the pen. Manuel Neuer guesses the right way, can't get to it. PSG with a 3-2 lead at half-time. It has been a special half of football. Ousmane Dembele, he would have known that those two big moments early on could have haunted his team, but he steps up when it matters the most. Enough power on that right-footed pen into the bottom corner. That is a massive goal, and it changes the complexion of the semi-final. PSG and Bayern Munich have played a 5-goal masterpiece in the opening half here at the Parc des Princes. Luis Enrique would be having notes. He would not be getting carried away with the scoreline as the referee blows the half-time whistle for what has been an incredible 45 minutes at the Parc des Princes. Paris Saint-Germain 3-2 up, and it was Bayern Munich who got the scoring up and running with Harry Kane from the spot. Olise had a glorious opportunity to make it 2-0, but Savinov came off clutch to make a save. And then the game turns. Kvaratskhelia and then Joao Neves with a bullet header from the almost penalty spot on the corner. But Bayern Munich were not done. Michael Olise with individual brilliance. And right towards the end, Alphonso Davies handles the ball. And it's Ousmane Dembele from 12 yards giving PSG the lead. It's 3-2 at half-time. Well, I need a break, Manny. It has been high octane, heavy stuff, heavy metal football is exactly what we want. I'll be back for the second half, mate. Well, we're minutes away from the start of the second half. The first 45 minutes, it delivered and then some. That was some of the best football that we have seen in the Champions League. The two semi-finalists showing us exactly why they belong at this stage. I mean, you look at their levels. Oof, they have played at a very high level. Bayern Munich took the lead courtesy of Harry Kane. Had that opportunity. Michael Olise will be kicking himself. Did make amends. A fiery finish to give Bayern Munich the equalizer at 2-2, but Ousmane Dembele having the final word from the spot. Alphonso Davies' handball adjudged. And now PSG, they have the lead. Can they keep it? Bayern Munich can certainly hang with them. They need to show a bit more in the final third, that's for sure. Well, I'm sure both coaches will be very happy in terms of what they're going to keep in terms of the personnel. Don't foresee any changes in the early stages. Bayern Munich need to step it up in the final third. A lot of that creative, I wouldn't say burden, but yep, burden is the best word. It is falling on Michael Olise on the right-hand side. Luis Diaz has shown some promising moments. Need to see more from Jamal Musiala, especially with Serge Gnabry on the bench. It was a big call by Vincent Kompany to have Jamal Musiala starting here today ahead of the German. Harry Kane needs to get himself in the box. He's been influencing the game in and around between both boxes, but in the final third, he has to make sure that he's there at the end of the chances. He needs to really turn up in the second 45 minutes. Paris Saint-Germain have shown us in the 45 minutes in transition, they can be ruthless. The way that they just move the ball, 1-2 touches, the speed, the athleticism on display, so special. Desiree Doué, Kviza Kvaratskhelia and Ousmane Dembele, they have all turned up. Kvaratskhelia getting the all-important equalizer, Dembele from the spot, and of course Desiree Doué, once he's dropped into midfield, he's certainly changed the dynamic for PSG with Achraf Hakimi holding the width down the right-hand side. From Bayern's point of view, Pavlovic and I would say Joshua Kimmich have certainly had their work cut out. João Neves, Zaire Emery and Vitinha for PSG have certainly shown that they just operate at a very high level. Vitinha is so special, isn't he? His ability to just burst from a standing start is so special to watch, man. If you, that ability as a number 6, he can just break the lines, and then he's got that range of passing, of course. Well, Konrad Laimer is being introduced here. Bayern Munich wasting no time. Random Manonet, did I get that right? Welcome to the stream, my friend. And you asked me, will the special one end Madrid's trophyless drought? Well, certainly an interesting call there. We can discuss that, that's for sure. Jose Mourinho going back to Real Madrid, unfinished business. And Madrid are not going for a coach. They're going for someone who can just manage the dressing room. Can't say whether or not he can. Well, Pep Guardiola, Gautam, certainly his disciples on show, they play brilliant football. There's only one guy from there who decides to go the other way. But he is in the semi-finals. We will be live for that as well, but it's 45 minutes at the Parc des Princes. This is going to be special. A 5-goal thriller in the opening 45 minutes as Bayern Munich look to respond in the second half. PSG have the lead. This is going to be special. You can see Desiree Doué and Konrad Laimer immediately clashing even before kickoff, and we're off and running. Gautam, we're certainly going to be seeing Hulkamania on show tomorrow, but I trust Cholo has got something for us. He's not just going to be sitting back. Atletico are a different team this season, a little bit more attacking. They leave things open. They're not that defensive monsters anymore, not especially with the centre halves they have these days. But with Griezmann and Julian Alvarez, they've got something for Arsenal, that's for sure. And Marquinhos has to be careful. He's on a yellow card. I think William Pacho is safe after his challenge on Luis Diaz. It was a reckless one. As well as William Pacho and Nuno Mendes have certainly had their work cut out against Michael Olise. Here's Jonathan Tah. So Tayo Upamecano's recovery pace against Ousmane Dembele in that 1v1. Again, it was Ousmane Dembele just bearing down with pace. Tayo Upamecano keeping pace with him. Dembele finds Kvaratskhelia. It's a heavy touch. Kvaratskhelia tries to make something of it. Upamecano's there, as always. Bayern Munich will continue to play with personality, that's for sure. They were brave in the first half. I thought they scored at the right time as well and didn't really flatter them. Pavlovic and Kimmich made sure that they were not going to be overawed or even overrun in midfield. Then PSG just making that numbers game come to their advantage as Vitinha breaks the lines and finds Zaire-Emery on the left-hand side. Vitinha again, look at the rotations from Vitinha, man. He just pops wherever he wants to be and he's so quick. Just ability to just pop it, 1-2 touch. Almost impossible to mark. Nuno Mendes certainly had a torrid time against Michael Olise in the first half. You're hoping for a bit of support from Kvaratskhelia. Try and double down and make sure that Michael Olise doesn't have a free run at the Portuguese every time. Here's Marquinhos. Finds Vitinha. Back to Marquinhos again. Bayern Munich follow them with the press, but PSG can't play through the press. Here's Kvaratskhelia. Dembele looks to drop the shoulder, but Bayern win the ball high up the pitch. Here's Michael Olise. Oh, it's brilliant from Olise. Look at him go. And Bayern Munich nearly get the ball forward. Hakimi might get there first. Konrad Laimer. A lot of heart and determination to try and get there first. It's a throw-in for Bayern Munich. Konrad Laimer was dropped to the bench for Alphonso Davies. There's Luis Diaz now on the left-hand side. Gautam, I couldn't agree more, man. Kvaratskhelia for 70 million euros was a steal. I mean, in January as well last season, he won the Scudetto and Liga in the very same season. Cleaned up in terms of trophies. Yes, he had a bit of a dip this season in terms of production, but he just turns up in the big games. He was on the bench against Chelsea in the first leg. It was 2-2 once he came on. They just had a different cutting edge about them, man. Destroyed us. Scored 2 goals. Scored early at the bridge. And of course, he scored against Liverpool as well. Continuing his fine run of form in front of goal. Here's Harry Kane. I mean, talk about Georgia, of all countries, spawning an absolute baller. Here's Upamecano. Great run this from the centre-back. Look at him go here, the Frenchman. He nearly squirms the pass as well. Does everything right there, Dayot Upamecano. But does vacate the space. Jonathan Tah is quickly on the cover. Ousmane Dembele is a pressing machine. I mean, Luis Enrique Gautam must be so relieved that he's got Dembele leading the press and not Mbappe. It's a different game, isn't it? Completely a different ball game. Clever pass. Dembele just almost shepherds the pass. Desiree Doué does make the run, but can't find their first. Look at that. Harry Kane is almost in a number 6 position. Good carry this from Jamal Musiala. William Pacho following the run of the German. Foul there by the Ecuadorian. Gautam, even Quara's ability to just hold off challenges. He's so strong as well, despite him moving at that speed. Kane lays it off here for Luis Diaz. It's Luis Diaz checks far too many times on that occasion. Shows too much of the ball, and now PSG on the counter-attack can really threaten. Dembele finds Kvaratskhelia. PSG have enough committed forward. Vitinha is there as well. Look at him. Here's Kvaratskhelia though. He's up against Upamecano. Gives him the slip brilliantly. It's Kviza Kvaratskhelia. Oh, it's magnificent from Upamecano. He could have given up, but he goes there and wins the ball clean as a whistle. Dayot Upamecano, that is special. What a game from Upamecano, man. I mean, yes, PSG have scored 3 times, but you almost expect as a defender that you're going to get beaten with these PSG forwards, man. They're going to beat you 1v1 through combination play. Upamecano does well. He just stands his ground, just puts pressure. Kvaratskhelia, that was an opportunity. 5 minutes into the second half, nothing suggested that these two teams are looking to slow down here. There's a reason why Upamecano is first choice for France, Gautam. I mean, Didier Deschamps has got a wealth of defenders to choose from. Upamecano is first name in that backline for Deschamps, and you expect that to happen as well. The random man on that game of the tournaments, definitely. I mean, considering the stakes, I mean, you wouldn't really blame these two teams if they took a conservative approach, especially in the first leg, right? They've come out to play, man, and they really have entertained the fans. Truly indebted to them, man, to keep the love going. Superb football this from Bayern again. Here's Luis Diaz. Kane with the quick drop of the shoulder. It's just high-level football, man. Ballers all across the pitch. Atletico and Arsenal, you better be watching this game, man. I mean, we're not expecting a goal fest there, but don't bore us. Oh, risky from Tar. I mean, Ousmane Dembele puts the pressure. Neuer has to get rid of the ball. Great press there from Paris Saint-Germain. Nothing was happening. I mean, Bayern Munich were just keeping the ball. Suddenly, Dembele just leads the press and forces the turnover. Second half and intensity still very much on. Look at Vitinha, man. I mean, just his heat map must be just incredible. The areas he's picking up, risky from Doué. Just the bravery on the ball. Puts Pacho under a bit of pressure. Safanov. Decent pass. Nuno Mendes tries to bring that down. Nice pass there from the Russian. It's put under pressure. Need to hit that first time. Well, will Arsenal bottle the league? I think the bottle is complete because it's in City's hands now, realistically. The games against Bournemouth and, of course, that game at the Etihad Stadium where Arsenal, they needed something from the game and they lost it. Means that it's now in City's hands, that's for sure. Here's Diaz. Clip pass in. It's clever. Oh, I think that is Stanisic. Yeah, it is Stanisic. He goes for the right option there for the cutback, but Kane has just made the run almost level with him. Good movement there from Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich just reminding us that they're very much in this here. They can certainly sense a goal. Can Bayern swiften up the play here? It's Diaz up against Marquinhos. Luis Diaz, and it's a chance for Konrad Laimer from left back. Makes the run into the box. Luis Diaz finds it first time. It's a tricky finish for the Austrian here. Has to take it in his stride. To get that on target is a difficult skill. Again, Bayern threatening again. Random on it. Despite Arsenal having the 3-point lead, and they're going to play again before Manchester City play at the Hillsticken Stadium against Everton away. So Arsenal can open up a 6-point gap. I'm not sure whether or not they'll open up in terms of goal difference because Arsenal are looking to just win games rather than beating opponents. You saw the game against Newcastle United. It was a bit of an eyesore from Arsenal. Took a special goal from Eberechi Eze to open the scoring and turn into a game winner. Johan Wissa had an awesome chance after Nick Woltemader's scoop pass for him. That went in. Oof. Would have been title over from Arsenal's point of view. Here's Marquinhos, approaching the 10-minute mark into the second half. Desiree Doué. Hakimi now finding himself in the half spaces. João Neves, the all-action midfielder. Fabian Ruiz is on the bench, so Luis Enrique might look at him. Maybe look for that like-for-like swap for Zaire Emery. I mean, Zaire Emery has done very little wrong, but Fabian Ruiz does add that bit of elegance and class with that left foot. Pavlovic with a diabolical pass, but Manuel Neuer deals with it very nicely. I mean, Alexander Pavlovic, Neuer will be shooting daggers at him. There's no need for a pass like that. Neuer just clears it away, but Paris Saint-Germain just killing Bayern's momentum. Bayern that had a couple of decent moments. Here's Vitinha. Oh, it's a smashing pass. Hakimi's got the pace. He's in the box now. Hakimi with a cutback. It's a chance for Kvaratskhelia. It's 4-2 to Paris Saint-Germain. Just like that. Kvara with the brace. They are devastating. With no surprise that it's Vitinha who sets it off with that special pass. Hakimi carries on his run. PSG load the box. Kvaratskhelia with the late run, and once he's there, he buries it past Neuer. PSG have 4. We wanted goals. We have gotten goals. Look at this pass from Vitinha, man. It's right into the path of Achraf Hakimi. It's not the intended target there, Kvaratskhelia, but he makes sure that he keeps his shot on target. Neuer, helpless. Is it game over, Gautam? Is it game over? Do Bayern have something left in the tank? I mean, if they get another goal, that's good enough from the first leg's point of view. So maybe game over, but not tie over. But critical from Bayern's point that they get the next goal here. And Manone, brace from Quaradona. Manny, what a game this has been, man. A 6-goal thriller, and we're not done. Bayern are rattled, though. PSG are coming again. Here's Hakimi. Desiree Doué, ball into the box. Bayern just about defend. My goodness me. Kvaratskhelia has every reason to believe he can get a hat-trick. Bayern will come out to try and score the next goal, that's for sure. They know they can take a 4-3 loss back to the Allianz Arena in Munich. That's not a bad result. I mean, in effect, it's just 1-0, so no away goals. Nothing of those sorts, so 1-goal advantage, something that Bayern can easily turn around. Well, Gautam, I knew you had a little bit for Vincent Kompany, that's for sure. Well, Kompany is not in the sidelines. He's watching from the stands as Kane finds Lima. It's again excellent football, but PSG have enough bodies back. Oh, it's another chance on the break here. It's Desiree Doué. Bayern caught cold. It's Doué running at the Bayern defense. Does he show the composure? Finds Ousmane Dembele. It's Ousmane Dembele! 5 for Paris Saint-Germain. Dembele has a brace as well. Paris Saint-Germain explosive on the counter-attack. Bayern cannot live with them. And they've blown them away in the second half. It's 5 for Paris Saint-Germain. And do they have 1 foot in the final already? That is suicidal football from Bayern Munich. Could they have just taken a beat, retreated a few yards? They decide to go for it. The spaces emerge. It's 5-2 to PSG. That is a dagger. Desiree Doué does everything right here. He commits 2 players. He finds Dembele. He is onside. And now it's all about Dembele. He uses Upamecano as a shield. And he just puts it between his legs. Manuel Neuer, unsighted, hits the post. Fortune favors the brave as Ousmane Dembele has a brace in the semi-final. PSG, are they going back to back? This performance suggests that they have every reason to be optimistic about it. Bayern Munich have found out the hard way. Well, Bayern Munich are pretty much getting the Chelsea treatment here. It's just happened a lot earlier. Comeback from Bayern, random Manone, I don't know. I mean, at 4-2, could they have just shut up shop for maybe 10 or 15 minutes? They decide to go with their, I want to use the word brave approach, but it's completely backfired. That's what game management is all about. Bayern just thinking that let's get that next goal as quickly as possible. That kind of space, it'll kill you. Oh, that's a clever touch there by Desiree Doué. Vitinha continues his run. Dembele lets that go. Kvaratskhelia is on a hat-trick, sizing it up here. Kvaratskhelia tries to do too much by himself, and it's cleared away. Nuno Mendes with a forceful challenge on Michael Olise. Gautam Kompany showing us all why he got Burnley relegated. Well, he's been outplayed here. The great man might be managing Real Madrid, Gautam. Many poets in football, but poets don't win many titles. It'd be a humbling way for Bayern to exit the Champions League this season. Here's Pavlovic. It's clever. Lima. And it's well defended. Well, PSG have certainly showcased a different side to them. I mean, you saw the game against Liverpool in the first leg at Parc des Princes. It finished 2-0. PSG should have scored 6 or 7, to be honest. I mean, any other day, they hammer Liverpool with their worst ever loss in the Champions League. It was 2-0 at Parc des Princes, 2-0 at Anfield. They put 8 past Chelsea, and they've put 5 past Bayern Munich in the first leg, and there's still half an hour to go. PSG are unlocking a different level of football, man. And the thing is, PSG are not done. They can smell blood. They can finish it off. And they have that ruthless streak about them. Bayern have had 3 shots on target and have scored 2 goals, 1 from the spot. If PSG can fully identify that, we can really put it on Bayern Munich. They really can. Bayern need to change something. They tried bringing on Konrad Laimer. Great change of direction there from Jamal Musiala. Olise finding himself on the left-hand side. Here's Luis Diaz now. Bayern need a moment of inspiration. Here's Luis Diaz. It's sensational, but Safanov quickly on the cover. Well, the PSG team best since Barca 2011. Might be better. Managers not ball. Only makes them better. Can go player for player. Barcelona midfield, we can't really discount that, can we? The defense, Piqué and Mascherano, is that the best iteration? David Villa, Pedro and Leo Messi? Maybe 2011 you've got a decent shout. Maybe 2015 Barcelona would be a bit more of a easy comparison. Both Luis Enrique's sides. Messi, Neymar, Suarez probably wins the front 3 battle, but PSG's front 3, no mugs. Tomorrow, we're going to watch the Haram Ball derby. I know Arsenal are going to bring the Haram Ball, that's for sure. But I know Simeone is not going to let that happen. He's going to have some football for us. He's going to surprise us for sure. He's not going to be negative. He's not going to be looking to just probably nick it with the goal. Julian Alvarez, Antoine Griezmann. Again, Griezmann is having a fine season. But this game is, it's just delivered far too much. And the change, just as we expected. Fabian Ruiz coming on for Warren Zaire-Emery. Right on the 60-minute mark as well. 63 minutes on the clock. Paris Saint-Germain going for a bit more class in midfield, a bit more experience. They've got the upper hand. They've got Bayern Munich exactly where they wanted. And what an opportune time for Fabian Ruiz to return to fitness, man. He's missed most of the season in the Champions League. PSG don't really have to risk him in the league, but Fabian Ruiz, fresh trim, fresh shave, looking to make the impact in midfield. Scored in the semi-finals last season against Arsenal. I think it was at the Emirates Stadium. I remember the goal. It was a fantastic finish. Here's Joshua Kimmich. Bayern needs something here. Kimmich delivers. It's Dayot Upamecano gets the touch and Bayern Munich have a goal back. Well, this is not done. Dayot Upamecano breaks the lines. Perfectly flighted ball there by Joshua Kimmich. And Bayern Munich have a goal back. Well, it's perfect there from Kimmich. And PSG, soon after making the change, concede. Bayern Munich. That is a goal. Well, he deserves a goal, doesn't he, Gautam? It's been a difficult day for defenders. Dayot Upamecano has seen his side concede 5. He gets a goal back. PSG's defending on that occasion. Pretty poor. They literally have 2 or 3 targets to aim at there. Joshua Kimmich. One is Upamecano. Nobody really tracks him. 65 minutes gone. Bayern Munich bring it back down to 2. 8 goals, man. I'm going to go out of a limb and say the next semi-final is not going to deliver in terms of goals. Oh, Harry Kane, that's a special pass. He's asking a lot out of Olise. The recovery pace there from Nuno Mendes is excellent. Well, Safanov has been good, hasn't he? But again, there's not much he could have done on that occasion, could he? He's just trying to make himself as big as possible. Harry Kane. Bundled off the ball there by Joao Neves. PSG need to just make sure that this game doesn't go out of hand a little bit. Bayern scored another goal here, which is very much possible. They bring it down to 1 again. Similar situation. Is Joshua Kimmich on the ball? Need to see who's going to be following the run of Upamecano here. Again, PSG literally have one job. Upamecano has not been marked so far. He's going to make the late run again. It's going to be deja vu though. Kimmich delivers. It's Tar this time, but Safanov does well. Good punch out there from the Russian. One open play goal scored. Julian Alvarez, I'm telling you, we're going to see it. He's going to give us something. Arsenal, don't bet on it. Don't count on it. But Paris Saint-Germain, they decided that the conservative approach is not going to work here. They're bringing on Bradley Barcola. I think it's going to be changed. I mean, I can't see how he takes off Kwiatka Kvaratskhelia. Maybe Desiree Doué. Going to be like for like. Good play this from Musiala. Kane doesn't get there first. Oh, they're very lackadaisical in the box there, Bayern Munich. Need to show a bit more sharpness. PSG haven't been perfect. Yes, they've scored the goals, but they've allowed chances. Desiree Doué might feel that his number might be coming up here. Here's Jonathan Tabb. Bayern Munich will continue to play their brand of football. Here's Luis Diaz. Bradley Barcola certainly unlocks that left-hand side for Paris Saint-Germain. Does Kvaratskhelia just move on to the right then? I can't see the Georgian being subbed here. Not with the hot hand that he has. Here's Elise. His influence has certainly reduced in the second half. PSG doing a much better job against the Frenchman. Here's Kvaratskhelia. He's up against Stanisic and Upamecano. Upamecano on the cover. Beautifully done again. Here's Kane again, dropping deep, picks his head up. It's a clever looking pass. Luis Diaz, what a first touch. Luis Diaz, oh, it is magnificent. Bayern Munich bring it back to a goal. Diaz is flagged offside. Oh my word, that is a shame. Harry Kane unlocks the pass. Diaz is onside. The goal is going to stand. That is a special goal. The first touch is ridiculous. Then the composure. And then he rifles it into the corner. That goal's going to stand. And Bayern Munich scored 2 goals in 3 minutes. It's game on. It's tie on. Luis Enrique scratching head. I mean, he's miles on. He's level. 9 goals and we still have 20 minutes to play. This is absolutely incredible. This is more than we asked for, man. Well, Gautam? Vincent Kompany? Mastermind. If they don't give up, they continue to play their brand of football. Harry Kane has not gotten into the box. But this time, he plays a peach of a pass. Luis Diaz. That first touch is filthy, man. It's so good. Woo! Look at that. That is South American excellence. Then the hesitation. Then the finish. Bang! And the Bayern front 3. All on the scoreline. Elise, Kane. Now Luis Diaz. Upamecano as well. Now Bradley Barcola has come onto the pitch and no surprise that he will replace Desiree Doué. They're only doing this because he's in the stands, is he? Look, you can hate Kompany, but look, I mean, so many teams would have wilted 5-2 down. You're bringing on Fabian Ruiz, you're bringing on Barcola, 70 minutes on the clock. The game is just flipped on its head again. I mean, this is nuts, man. Arsenal and Atletico players must be looking at this and like, come on, give us some chance. Luis Diaz runs the channel again. Ferocious game of football. I mean, the lineswoman could not cope with the pace of the game. Luis Diaz bends his run perfectly, man. This first touch, I mean... they're just showing us why they're professional footballers, aren't they? Just a cut above. It's happening at such pace as well. Exactly, Randaman. And I cannot take my eyes off this game. It's just been phenomenal. Just when you thought that it's going to be over from PSG's point of view, 5-2, cooking. Bayern Munich, 2 goals in 5 minutes. Gautam says the ironic thing is I'm sure 90% of coaches watching this match are horrified, and what they'll take from this match is can't be this open, got to make sure we close things up defensively. Well, that's why they're not in the semi-finals of the Champions League, man. And that's why they're not going to be one of the favourites to lift the cup. I mean, it almost feels like who's going to be this side of the bracket is going to end up with the hands of the trophy in Budapest. They say, I mean, defense wins your championship. Those days are over, man. Those caliber of defenders don't exist anymore. Modern attackers, they've got just that belief that they can pull things out of absolutely nothing. PSG will go again. Ooh, that's a heated battle in midfield. Fabian Ruiz up against Joshua Kimmich. Even Simeone Gautam, I mean, he's changed his brand of football. They don't keep clean sheets anymore. He knows that I don't have Godin and Miranda anymore in the heart of my defense. Jan Oblak isn't the same goalkeeper he is anymore. I need to try and outscore my opponents. Bayern Munich have shown that they've scored a bag full of goals. I mean, they absolutely pulled the pants down of Atalanta. Scored 4 against Real Madrid after winning 2-1 at home. I mean, away from home. PSG have showcased their goal scoring this prowess as well. 8 against Chelsea, 4 against Liverpool, and now 5 against Bayern Munich. Well, Arsenal winning the Champions League with a goal of Gyökeres' ass will be my 30th reason. I mean, they're now winning the Champions League, let's be honest. They can reach the final. I'm not going to discount that, but how do they try and keep either Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich away? Arsenal's attack worse in terms of the semi-finals, that's for sure. Especially Saka struggling for fitness. Kai Havertz possibly missing a lot of the season. Here's Elise, drops the shoulder beautifully. Elise tries to get away from Fabian Ruiz. Corner for Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, their never say die attitude very much on show here. They were 5-2 down, could have very easily wilted. 5-4 now, it's game on. PSG have to make sure that they don't bottle this one. Defending champions, a lot of eyebrows will be raised. They don't come away with the victory here. Michael Elise sizing this one up again. There are 3 obvious targets. Pavlovic is one. Did score at Allianz Arena from the corner, but that was literally from a yard away. Lunin making an absolute howler. Elise delivers a great whip on it. The defending is not convincing. Targets a touch, but so does Kvaratskhelia. It's another corner for Bayern Munich, this time at the near side. Upamecano does leap, tries to make it uncomfortable. With just over 15 minutes remaining, Bayern Munich will completely feel that there is another goal in it for them. There's going to be another goal in it. I mean, if there was ever a time to score, this would be it. Is Joshua Kimmich up against the PSG defense. Kimmich delivers. It's got a lot of whip on it. It comes back. Safonov delivers defense very nicely. Randa Manonik still can't get over the fact that the God-tier haram ball is going to happen tomorrow. Still got 15 minutes of football remaining here. Gautam, you're asking Florentino Perez watching this and thinking, yeah, Mourinho's the man for me. He's got problems there. He's got problems. I mean, what kind of a... I mean, can you get a young budding coach in the Real Madrid dressing room? They tried with Alonso. They failed miserably. What kind of manager can you get in the current settings? Inzaghi maybe? Someone in that ilk? Inzaghi going to Saudi was almost like a hiding moment after that 5-0 loss to PSG in the Champions League final. He needs to make a comeback into European football. Here's Barcola. He's up against Lima. With someone of that stature, I mean, Mourinho, I mean, God bless him. I mean, getting the Madrid job from Benfica is certainly an interesting call. I'm telling you, Gautam, it's a way to try and unsettle Mbappe, that's for sure. That's the thing. Do you sell Vinny, who's been responsible for 2 Champions Leagues for Real Madrid? Or do you get Mbappe? I mean, or do you back Mbappe? I mean, see, look, if it was only Real Madrid that was struggling, right? You'd say, fine, Mbappe is not. But look at PSG, man. They look like a team reborn. So it's affected 2 teams negatively from Mbappe's point of view. So here's Kimmich. Elise drops the shoulder again. Elise nearly finds Stanisic. I mean, even in the season, right? Real Madrid had Mbappe was injured and they were having a really good spell. 3 or 4 games where they won all the games and then Mbappe comes back in. And then Madrid couldn't buy a victory, so they're not going to probably touch Ruben Amorim with a 10-foot pole, Gautam. I mean, but I'm curious to know what do you think his next move will be? Premier League? Somebody else? Look, if Mbappe is watching the stream, man, yeah, he's going to ban me, but it's going to be a huge moment. But I think Mbappe has got bigger fish to fry. He might be ruling himself out for the rest of the season. I mean, it's no surprise considering that Real Madrid have not much to play. Bayern Munich's bench, and you're seeing Leon Goretzka coming on. I mean, good player back in the day, but it's 2026. Bayern need to probably look past him coming this summer. Bayern still believe that the equalizer is there for the taking. And why not chuck in the presence of Leon Goretzka as Jamal Musiala coming off. Bayern Munich will be going 4-3-3, matching Paris Saint-Germain formation for formation here. Goretzka will just settle in. Natural centre midfielder. Musiala had a decent 70-75 minutes. Expected a little bit more. The Bayern bench a little bit more encouraging towards the young German. The international criminal code. Questions need to be asked here. Savinov dives. PSG just about defend that well enough. They're causing havoc with their set pieces. The delivery has been spot on. Corner for Bayern Munich. Need to take advantage of this. Again, PSG, for all their beautiful football, don't have too much size or presence in the box. Change of angle there from Kimmich, but good handling there by Savinov. Yeah, Musiala, not a good game there, Gautam. 2 on 10, a bit harsh, but yeah. Hold them to high standards because of their world-class potential. Yeah, this game might have been a touch too soon for Jamal Musiala, but no Serge Gnabry as well. Leonard Carl is injured. Bayern Munich having a few injuries themselves. Michael Elise nearly picks the lock there with the pass. Luis Diaz, such a willing runner, man. He keeps going. Ashraf Hakimi picks up the yellow card as we approach the final 10 minutes. Konrad Laimer has been thrown into this game. A lot has happened since his introduction at half-time. Here's Alexander Pavlovic. The Bayern midfield now being reinforced with the presence of Leon Goretzka. Here's Upamecano. Harry Kane. 10 minutes plus stoppage time remain at the first half at the Parc des Princes. It is served up. A cracker. A game we will not be forgetting in any sort of rush whatsoever. Here's Kimmich, Pavlovic. Bayern now settling into some sort of a rhythm. Kimmich now looks for the expansive pass. Nuno Mendes pinches it. He wants somebody to make the follow-up run. Asking a lot out of Nuno Mendes to chase it down himself. Here's Goretzka. Here's Michael Elise outside of the boot passes. Nicely weighted as Goretzka looks to continue his run. Brilliant there from Bettini as he looks to almost squeeze that pass to Kvaratskhelia. Interesting move this from Paris Saint-Germain. Lucas Hernandez is coming on. I think he's going to just replace Nuno Mendes. Again, a like-for-like substitution. Mendes has put in a great outfit. Random Manone, United are back on track, more than back on track. They've pretty much sealed their spot in the Champions League for next season. But if any side has aspirations like, yep, we're going to be in the Champions League next season, you have to look at the likes of Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain, and see how you measure up against them to see what your levels really are. United have done really well to not just steady the ship, but Michael Carrick has found a way to win games even when their team are not playing at their highest level. I mean, even against Brentford yesterday, they were 2-0 up at half-time. Brentford could have very easily scored three goals. Igor Thiago, I mean, some of his misses were scandalous. Any other day, United concede a few goals there, but they keep the clean sheet. They play a lot more defensive in the second half, and they pretty much kill the game off. Inter versus Barca game was, that was special, man. That was Lamine Yamal putting on the S on his chest and trying to drag his team by himself. That was special, man. That was very high level as well. I need this game to settle down a little bit more before I can make comparisons again. Bayern Munich might have another in store here. Go for the shot here. Olise goes for the scoop. This nonchalant gimmick has to end. Michael Olise, you're taking the piss. What is that? I mean, he's doing too much there. I mean, he's asking the question. He's got every right to ask the question. Somebody's got to make the run, but is he the coolest man on the pitch? Nobody really on the same wavelength as him. Well, look at this, Rano Manoni. I mean, Spurs possibly getting relegated. Chelsea having one of their worst seasons. Everything was aligned perfectly for Arsenal to win the league, man. And they had the opportunities as well. 9 points, sometimes even 12 points. An opportunity to get ahead. They threw it away. I mean, that loss to Bournemouth told the story, didn't it? Well, Mayulu and Lucas Hernandez is coming on for Paris Saint-Germain. Kvaratskhelia evening is over. He gets, quote-unquote, stranded on a brace. Well, since Paris Saint-Germain scored their fifth, Bradley Barcola has entered the fray. He's not really made an impact. Bayern Munich, since that fifth goal has been conceded from their end, great personality, man. Gotham, you got to give it to Kompany. I mean, building that kind of mentality monsters could easily have crumbled. They've gone with a brave approach. Any other team go against PSG in that situation, and you're possibly looking at 6, 7, or even 8. But Bayern Munich, personality always rewarded in football, man. You play with courage, you play with personality, you play with quality, you get the reward. They could have wilted, Gotham. Could have wilted. This is game on, man. If they take a 5-4 loss back to Munich, ball is in Bayern Munich's hands, man. Very much in their court. Ooh, that's a tricky pass. Trying to make something out of nothing there. Goretzka and Harry Kane, Gotham. Look at that. A number 9 and a number 10. With the mobility of... I mean, to associate them with mobility at this stage is a bit cruel. Mayulu's very nice introduction from Paris Saint-Germain's point of view. Scored the third goal at the bridge. The Real versus Bayern second leg was another special game, wasn't it? I mean, Bayern Munich has served up some classics, haven't they? They got the perfect start. I mean, Arda Güler, very first minute after that Manuel Neuer mistake, Pavlovic scored 5 minutes later. Harry Kane on the scoreline, Mbappe, Michael Olise adding the seal to the match in sensational fashion. Bayern Munich getting past Real Madrid would have given them a lot of belief. Even though Real Madrid nowhere near their best in the Champions League, they can certainly, be rising up. But again, Kylian Mbappe, questions need to be asked. When you leave, teams are getting better here. Again, good defensive shape this from Paris Saint-Germain, making sure that they're compact, still trying to have that threat on the counter-attack. Just over 4 minutes remaining. Is there another twist in the tail? Is there another goal at the Parc des Princes? We've been served up 9. To ask for another would be pure greed. Here's Fabian Ruiz. Such a clever pass. Vitinha's got an engine on him. He continues to run. Looking for the right pass. The reverse here for Mayulu. Oh, hits the crossbar. Paris Saint-Germain going for the exclamation point. It's sensational football. We saw the left foot of Mayulu at the bridge, Gautam. I mean, it was a sensational strike on that occasion. This time, Manuel Neuer left clutching at straws. Again, Vitinha, man. Oh. Sometimes you just run out of superlatives from midfielders, man. Just pure joy. And look at him, back at the halfway line, dictating. Special ballers. Personality, man. You show that in midfield. You're just a class above the rest. Just by showing personality in midfield. Here's Lima. Pavlovic. Pavlovic has been drowned out in the second half here. Haven't seen too much of the German. Here's Konrad Lima, caught in a cul-de-sac. Hakimi's press is relentless. Hakimi might have done some damage there. Oh, he's holding his hamstring. Paris Saint-Germain will be just fingers crossed with their right back. Still on the attack though. Here's Barcola. Ruiz. They're going to halt play here. Ashraf Hakimi's race might be run here. Every time you see a player of that kind of pace and explosiveness holding their hamstring, generally not a good sign. Well, Paris Saint-Germain, despite wilting after scoring the 5th, allowing Bayern Munich to score 2, had an opportunity to regain a 2-goal advantage. Mayulu's strike off the crossbar. Hakimi, oh, he's done damage there. He's hoping that it's just something. Possibly a grade over the TED. This was a chance. The Vitinha reverse pass is special. Mayulu doesn't need a touch. It just comes onto him. Whack! Oh, so unlucky. Manuel Neuer could not even react on time. Hakimi needs to be pulled off here. I mean, take him off. Don't see why they have to risk him. I don't think PSG have made their 5 substitutions. Mayulu, Hernandez, Ruiz, Barcola. Am I missing another player? Possibly. Hakimi is going to be soldiering on by the looks of it. Expecting about 6 minutes of stoppage time. Maybe 6 or 7 minutes might be added on. Am I getting used to Premier League minutes, or we're going to see something similar here in the Champions League? I mean, it's been a draining 90 minutes at the Parc des Princes for both managers. Luis Enrique on the touchline and Vincent Kompany up in the stands. A minute remaining of normal time. Both halves of football have delivered and then some. 3-2 at the break. 5-4 for Paris Saint-Germain. Sensational game of football. Bayern Munich, will they be conservative? Will they look to just take this result back home to Munich? They have clawed it back in brilliant fashion. Can Bayern Munich just no legs forward now with Kane and Leon Goretzka? Luis Diaz still trying to run his socks off on that left-hand side. Here's Konrad Laimer. Approaching stoppage time. Alexander Pavlovic. It's only 4 minutes. Champions League definitely not following the Premier League model here as Pavlovic finds Harry Kane. Kane with the effort, weak. Have you seen enough of Harry Kane in the box? The answer is a resounding no. He has made some crucial moves in the game, that's for sure. But you need to see Harry Kane in the box, man. Oh, Upamecano calmly heads it back to Neuer. Here's Jonathan Tah. Finds Alexander Pavlovic. Nico Jackson is waiting to come on here. He's going to get stoppage time as Pavlovic finds a clever pass into the half space here for Stanisic. Oh, he leaves it short. Chance there for Michael Olise. Again, how many touches in the box, Gautam? How many from Kane? 1? Am I being generous? Nothing, man. He needs to get in the box. I mean, sure, it's tactics, but he's got ball striking. I mean, why would you take that away from your game? Here's Elise. That is such a clever pass onto the right-hand side for Stanisic. Just slows down the attack. Cross comes into the box. Oh, that's a tired cross in. Savinov comfortably gathers. Jackson coming on. One thing's for sure. I've seen enough from Chelsea's point of view. We have to bring back Nicholas Jackson back from loan into the Chelsea setup. This time as a number 2 striker. There's no doubt in my mind that has to be the first move Chelsea make. Liam Delap, off you pop. Back to Ipswich. Nico Jackson, welcome to second choice at the bridge. We've got Joao Pedro, who's been absolutely sensational for us. Nico Jackson as our number 2 striker is a no-brainer, and the club do not make that move. Not serious whatsoever. Here's Pavlovic. Decent turn here from Lima. Keeps it alive. Joao Neves on the stretch. Savinov dives. And PSG just about clear. Upamecano once again showcases his front foot defending. Savinov gets a bit of protection from the referee. I'm so happy you guys tuned in for this game, man. It's been so special. I was expecting a tight and cagey game. We've gotten a goal fest in Paris. 9 goals. Second leg very much open. We need to sign Ugarte to unlock Garnacho. We nearly did, mate. Under Maurizio Pochettino, we nearly did. And then a bit of common sense prevailed and we got Moises Caicedo instead. And we are done doing business with you guys, man. No more. Fucking hell. Never again. I don't care who you're selling. Even if it's Kobe Mainoo or somebody like that. Keep him. It's fine. So you approach the final minute. That Garnacho transfer, Gautam. I do not trust you guys ever again. It's killed my love for football. Look at the wing play on display from this semi-final and having to watch Garnacho week in, week out. Ugh. Oh, clever pass here. Jackson can really make an impact off the bench. Here's Nico Jackson. Weak cross in the end. Clever movement there from the Senegalese. Luis Diaz puts in a hopeful ball into the box. What a first touch that is from Kimmich. Tired legs, no problem. Upamecano still attacking and somehow finds the ball here for Elise. It's Harry Kane now. Looks at his options and he decides to run it out for a corner. Strange move there from Kane. You thought he's just going to dink the ball into the box. Instead, Bayern will settle for a corner. This could be the last chance in the game. Bayern Munich have already scored from a set piece. That man, Upamecano, has already found himself in the score sheet. Well, could Bayern Munich take away a 5-5 draw? So Elise delivers. Savinov, good header. Kimmich puts it back off the line. William Pacho bails PSG out. Bayern Munich coming close. Could have been 5-5 at the Parc des Princes. Absolutely incredible appetite from Bayern Munich. They have timed it to perfection. And what a shame that the referee blows the full-time whistle at the Parc des Princes. Bayern Munich showcasing a lot of guts, man. They were 5-2 down to a Paris Saint-Germain side. 3-2 up at half-time. They were ruthless, but Bayern showing great personality. Mayulu came off the bench, nearly made it 6-4. And right at the end, the big goal line clearance from William Pacho keeps it at 5-4. And it has been a Champions League classic. Wow. Absolutely brilliant. Gautam, you said as high as Bayern's technical floor is, their fullbacks are Stanisic and Lima, whose various underlaps and overlaps are unfortunately seen them being one of the end of the U chances. That's very true. I mean, when they had Davies as their left back, it was a great dimension to Bayern's left-hand side. He was making those underlapping runs and, of course, on the overlap, holding the touchline. But Lima finding himself in those positions doesn't have the quality, but can't really fault him in terms of the effort. Game over, though. It has been an absolutely brilliant game of football. It's been the game of the tournament. You consider the stakes. It's a semi-final. The whole world watching. And they put on a show for the fans. Thank you to both teams, man. Dembele and Elise, they missed 2 glorious opportunities themselves. That feels like an eternity ago. So much has happened since then. We have been treated to a glorious game of football. Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain, thank you very much for saving football. It was a special game of football. Thank you all for tuning in, man. It's made it even more enjoyable interacting with you guys, keeping an eye on the game and calling the action. It's going to be really tricky for me to try and figure out a way to how am I going to bring this all together in form of a highlight package for you guys, but I'm going to be working for something, that's for sure. Or if PSG don't win the CL, give me a Kane winner over the Arsenal in the final. Anything to just make sure that Arsenal don't win the Champions League. Thanks a lot, Random Manone, for joining the stream. I think this was your first time. Do join in tomorrow for Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid. If it is boring, I need a bit of support. I need a bit of company as well. We're not going to get a classic, but it is going to be a very intriguing affair. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for the second semi-final.